Hi, I'm Lawrence.
I'm Nick.
And welcome to the Nick and Lawrence Show.
All right, so this episode we are gonna talk about the House of Mouse.
Yep.
So
I got back on our last video. We talked about Disneyland, and I said I'd just gotten back from a trip, and we wanted to kind of, in this video, recap it. So we're going to talk about those things after the break with a very special guest.
Yes. All right. So I'm excited. I obviously didn't get to go, but you went on a trip to Disneyland, like we mentioned in our last episode when we talked about the Walt Disney Treasures in Disneyland.
Right.
And you're going to talk about all the fun and exciting things that you experienced while you were there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So what do you got?
Oh, well, there was a food and wine festival that happened in California Adventure, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that is for annual pass holders, right?
No, it's for everybody. It's the whole, what they're doing this year in California Adventure. And there was the Marvel characters in California Adventure. And then there was some fun things with Disneyland, and went on the Mark Twain and saw just a snippet of Star Wars Land, which will be opening at the end of May.
Right. Nice.
So there was some.
So you saw more of it. Like you can see.
You can see more of it from the top of the Mark Twain.
You see it coming together. Yeah, because it's going to open in like less than like a month and a half.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, we have a guest we're going to be calling in this vlog, and that's my nephew, and he'll probably tell you a couple of the things that were highlights from his trip.
Okay, well, why don't we do that now?
Yeah.
Let's give him a call. And so it was you and your family and
Yep.
your nephew and your brother.
Yep.
And so it was a family trip.
Family trip.
Okay. Well, I'm excited to hear what he experienced there.
Yep. Hey, Jaden.
Hi.
Welcome to our Nick and Lawrence Show. You're our special guest today.
Hey, Jaden, how's it going?
Doing really good.
Awesome. Well, we're recording right now, and Lawrence wanted to call you and have you talk about the Disneyland trip a little bit.
Yeah, would you give us a couple of highlights? What were your favorite parts of the Disneyland trip?
Well, one of them was the Star Tours ride.
Yeah.
And then I liked Fantasmic, the light show at Disneyland at night.
Fantasmic?
Yeah. Do you want to tell Nick and our viewers about was it the junior chef you did?
Yeah, that was in California Adventure, actually.
And what did you do with the junior chef?
We went in groups, and then we went in line, and we got into groups, and there were 2 tables on the stage, and we were baking oatmeal cookies that last time.
Mm-hmm.
And we followed instructions from Chef Goofy.
Oh, fun.
And Chef Lily.
Chef Wally?
Lily.
Lily?
Yep. How was the cookie that Goofy made? Was that a pretty big cookie, Jaden?
What did you say?
I said, was that a pretty big cookie?
Yeah.
Goofy made a really big cookie?
Yep.
And then we we did the Star Wars launch bay, right?
Yeah. We did the Star Wars launch bay and saw probably all of the characters there.
What was your favorite character that you met?
Jaden, did you have a favorite character?
Probably the Wookiee
Chewie?
Chewbacca.
Was he really tall?
What did you say?
Was he really tall?
Pretty tall.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part of the trip?
I'd probably say Star Tours.
Star Tours was your favorite part? You like that ride?
Yeah.
What about you, Lawrence?
I think the fun part of the trip was the Easter egg hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the Easter egg hunt? Yeah. So in Disneyland, California Adventure, and Downtown Disney, they had Easter egg hunts in each part of the park, and you went and looked for hidden eggs on top of the buildings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a prize. Now, Jaden, do you remember your prize and what you got?
Yeah, so I picked the Dumbo egg, and inside of the Dumbo egg were Easter egg-shaped small Disney notepads.
Oh, cool. Well, that sounds exciting. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. So that was most of our trip and everything.
Did you get tired walking around a lot?
Yeah,
And it's a lot of steps.
yeah.
The other thing that we did, remember we had Dole Whip.
Oh yeah.
We had
I got the pineapple float.
the pineapple float.
Oh man, you're making me hungry.
And then, but we did that when we watched the tiki birds in the tiki room.
At the tiki room, you were in the enchanted tiki room.
Yeah.
That's cool. I haven't been there. I haven't been to the enchanted tiki room. Yeah, I want to go next time I go.
Mm-hmm. And from Downtown Disney, me and my parents got tiki room shirts.
That's
From the Disney store in Downtown Disney.
yeah. Well, that's pretty exciting.
Pretty exciting.
I'm glad that Lawrence was born, so you got to go to celebrate his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you had a lot of fun. We want to let you go now so we can finish up our video, but thanks for talking with us.
Yep. Okay. Bye, Jaden.
Okay, thanks. Talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds
We had
that sounds like a lot of fun.
Really fun.
I'm even more jealous now. So tell me a little bit more about your trip.
Let's see.
Well, let's talk about it because
Yeah.
let's talk about it in the way of if you haven't been to Disneyland before. Like tell people for the vlog what you would recommend with this last trip.
Well, I definitely recommend the Star Wars launch bay because, like my nephew was talking about, we were kind of talking about it. You get to meet different characters. You get to meet Chewbacca. You get to meet Rey. You get to meet Darth Vader. You get to meet Kylo Ren.
So that's new.
It was there when you and I were actually there in 2017. We just, as our group and stuff, we
missed it.
We kind of missed it. I think we were in a rush to go do Space Mountain and all the other fun rides and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but what we did was we bought tickets that were like per day were like $47 plus and change. So we got a really good deal out of the whole thing. So, but you could only go to one park over the other. Now, luckily, we had enough days we could go to either Disneyland or California, or we could just take the package deal and go to one park. But we had an option. We couldn't really hop from one park to the other, but we took advantage of that. We went at a perfect time when the crowds were not terribly busy.
Oh, that's good.
So everything was like short lines and stuff.
Yeah, so that's a good tip. Go early April if you're planning on going,
or late March.
or late March.
All depending on when the Good Friday, Easter celebration, spring break, however you want to celebrate that.
Right. Okay.
Try to go based off of the calendar and stuff is when the best time to. So late March or April, depending on how the calendar plays out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good tip.
So
anything else?
let's see. Well, I mean, some of the stuff in California Adventure, like the Cars area, that was fun going doing the Cars ride. The Incredicoaster was fun. That was some fun stuff to do. And
yeah, because that's fairly new. That was
fairly
last year.
new,
They
yeah.
just opened.
Yeah.
So that was different when I went.
Yeah.
Anything that you liked from Pixar Pier? Like, because they changed a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, the Incredicoaster's been added. I mean, we saw it in passing. We didn't do it, but there was Jesse's Critter carousel. It was pretty much the old carousel they had in California Adventure, similar to what the King Arthur's carousel, except it was all Jesse themed. I think there was like a snake in a boot is one of the things you could ride.
A snake in the boot.
Yeah, but what Jaden and I saw, we saw Black Panther, we saw Captain America, we saw Spider-Man. Cool. I know Nick's not so favorite character was there, Captain Marvel.
Well, that Captain Marvel's probably better because it's not the same actor.
Not actress.
Yeah. So,
but
we won't have an episode on that because we want to keep it lighthearted, but
gotta torture him.
We can just for all of our Disney fans and Marvel fans out there, I'll just say if you haven't seen Captain Marvel or if you don't know too much about it, you can skip it. Yeah, it doesn't really need to be.
Right.
But
sure
that's another episode.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I think that's cool that they have all the characters walking around, especially the Avengers and the Star Wars people.
Yeah. This thing that you can do, and I will let you guys know, if you're going to do the Star Wars launch bay, is that you can only do pictures with them. You can't do autographs with them. Okay. You can't with the Marvel characters in California Adventure. They're willing to talk and have great conversations and do autographs and stuff.
So the launch bay is probably like they have the princesses set up,
right?
Where you can just like go through and just take a picture with them.
Well, with the the Disney princesses, you can take pictures and you get autographs with them.
Sometimes it depends.
Well, I don't know what they've done now because the last time I went was 2008, where I met all the princesses, and every princess up to date, which was I think Mulan in 2008, because the Princess and the Frog characters were just fairly new, and no, they came out in 2009, so I missed them by a year. Right. But every character up to 2008 that had been out there were doing autographs and everything when I went there, so it might be that.
Well, maybe Star Wars is just really popular right now.
I think Star Wars is Star Wars, and I think it's based on George Lucas and what his agreements are and stuff. I don't know per se. I mean, we okay with that. Just with Star Wars, save your autograph books for Mickey Mouse and Donald and those characters.
We'll have to look into that. But just if you're going, remember that tip that you can't have autographs with the Star Wars characters.
You can get pictures.
The launch bay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But the Star Wars launch bay, so people know, is actually where the old Carousel of Progress used to be. So it was kind of cool. You could still see how the building is shaped for where you would have sat and watched the show back in the 60s and early 70s before it got moved to Disney World. But that was kind of cool to see all the Star Wars.
So it's in Disneyland.
It's in Disneyland. It's in Tomorrowland. It's right next to the Autopia. But that was something my nephew got to ride on Autopia for the first time. So he didn't want to drive, but I drove him. Then after that, we got our little California or Disneyland ID cards.
Awesome.
Okay.
Have it with you?
Have mine with me.
Of course.
Here it is. Always keep it handy in my wallet.
Yeah. You gotta.
So here is
You should take that with you wherever you go.
Yeah.
For traveling, you can say, "Here's my ID."
So no copying that.
Yeah.
no forging that just because we shoot it on YouTube.
No fake Autopia IDs.
So yeah, that was fun.
Well, anything else stood out about your trip? I know it was your birthday, so...
Yeah, well, what was really cool is the birthday pin that I got was really cool because on mine I've got 2 E's in my name, so they put a little. I was telling Nick earlier before we started taping that they put little Mickey Mouse ears on both E's and stuff. So that was kind of cool. And then there was a bakery nearby, and because it wasn't my birthday, I got a free pastry. So that was good. But I got like happy birthday. I started, wearing the badge the moment we got into the park, and the next few days I just kept it on for a while. So they just wished me happy birthday. And
nice. That's exciting. That makes me want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that means that we're gonna have to plan another trip.
Oh yeah.
To go again. I know that Lawrence just went and he's being mindful of his budget and his finances, but perhaps later in the year, at the end of summer, we might be planning a trip, and we'll be vlogging if we do. So I know some of our friends are talking about getting a group together, so I know that'll be here sooner than we know.
Right.
But look forward to that. I can't promise anything, but maybe for our 1 year anniversary of our vlog,
probably about September, maybe in October.
We'll get something out there. So yeah. Anything else?
Don't think I've got anything else.
Okay. Well, if you have any comments or questions or tips about Disneyland, let us know in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe to our channel, ring the bell so you can be notified of our new videos, and follow us on our social media pages, which are also down in the description.
Right.
And until next time, I'm Nick.
I'm Lawrence.
See you later.
May the force be with you.